Just the peaceful cemetery. Just a little deer minding his own. What's up, guys? Moonman here. Today we're in Hendersonville, Tennessee, at the Hendersonville Memorial Gardens Cemetery to check out the graves of Johnny Cash and his wife June Carter Cash. We might look at a few others while we're here. We don't have, a whole lot of time. We didn't have a whole lot of plans to do this, but we just want to come in and pay our respects. So we'll talk about them, and we'll go and we'll find them, we'll visit them. Let's do it. And this is a pretty large cemetery. Many of the graves look exactly the same. It's a little statue right here of the Christ in the grave of a veteran. As we come up the path here, which I believe is their graves here, I'll talk a little bit about them. Obviously, Johnny Cash, he was from Dyess, Arkansas. He went on to produce and write and perform many very great songs, some very notable songs such as Ring of Fire, I Walk the Line. He and June Carter, his wife, did Jackson. He did, right before he passed away, he did Hurt, a cover of 9 Inch Nails song. He did Ain't No Grave Gonna Hold My Body Down. He was a member of the Highwaymen. They were a country music supergroup. He was a member of it. Had hits all throughout. June Carter Cash, she was in the family of the Carter family, which was one of the early pioneers of country music and Americana music, doing songs like The Wildwood Flower and the very famous one, Will a Circle Be Unbroken. And right here is Anita Carter, brother Maybelle Carter, and Ezra J. Carter. Right here is the gravestone right next to them of the great Merle Kilgore. And there's a picture of him right here. Pretty cool. Are you kidding me? I've made the biggest deal of all. And like I said, the Carter family, very influential, early Americana, early country music. I believe it was Anita actually did go and meet and hang out with country music, I guess you would say, with the creator, one of the greatest of all time, Mr. Jimmy Rogers. It's a pretty cool story. You should look that one up there for you. But it says, on tour with the angels, I am safe in the knowledge that I am his child. And when I mentioned the Wildwood Flower, Mother Maybelle's insignia says, the first lady of country music, God has picked his wildwood flower. And then Ezra says, he feasted daily upon the word of God and carried it always in his heart. And directly next to them here is the grave of Joe Maphis. He and his wife, Rose, they were a popular duo. They made music together. That music included the song Dim Lights, Thick Smoke, and Loud, Loud Music. Here is the future grave of Miss Joanne Cash, daughter of the pair. It says John R. Cash, February 26, 1932, September 12, 2003, Psalm 19:14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer, Johnny Cash. And Miss June Carter Cash, June 23, 1929 to May 15, 2003, Psalm 103:1. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Signed, June Carter Cash. And as you see, many people have left different things for them. There's some jewelry, some money, all kinds of different things to pay their respects. I'm sure they get very many visitors. When we pulled up, there was already a lot of people up here looking. On here, it's hard to see with all the glare, but it says Cash Carter, and it has a little flower. It says, I Walk the Line, and Wildwood Flower. I Walk the Line, Johnny actually wrote that for his first wife, but it did become one of his biggest hits. There actually was a movie made starring Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash, titled Walk the Line. It's a pretty good film. And one last thing I'll show you about this grave. It says 2003, happiness is being at peace, being with loved ones, being comfortable, but most of all, it's having those loved ones. Johnny Cash. Rest in peace. Now we are on the search for another famous grave from another one of my favorites. Stay tuned. Here At the edge here, right by the road, is the grave of Sonny Osborne, one half of the Osborne brothers. They were from Kentucky and they moved to Dayton, Ohio, and they formed a bluegrass band, become one of the most influential bluegrass bands of all time. Sonny was the banjo player, his brother Bobby was the singer. They're best known to be the first people, and in my opinion, the best recording that there ever was of the song Rocky Top. And something very important to note is their version of the song was officially recognized as the state song of Tennessee. But other than Rocky Top, they also had songs like the Cuckoo Bird. They also had songs such as Kentucky. They had songs such as Georgia Piney Woods, Little Cabin Home on the Hill, Arkansas, which is, in my opinion, the greatest song ever about the state of Arkansas. And as I mentioned, it was like a partnership with his brother up until the end. I remember very well when Sonny passed away. Bobby actually passed away less than a year ago, but he is not buried in this cemetery. All right, that's it here from the Hendersonville Memorial Gardens Cemetery. We saw a couple famous graves. We came here specifically for June and Johnny, but when I saw that Sonny was here, I wanted to go see that too. It was kind of a spur of the moment type thing, and I really enjoyed it. I like going to graves of people I admire, and things like that, people who make an impact in people's lives. And I think even if you're not a fan of country music, or I guess like that sort of pseudo rock music that Johnny Cash was, I think a lot of people just know him. They recognize the music. They recognize him as like literally part of the pop culture of America for many years, even after his death. I mean, people still talk about him now. And the Carter family being so influential, being so big and so powerful in the start of country music, in this era. I mean, this area of Tennessee's the backbone of it, the industry of it, and like the culture was built around the first off the hardworking lives, and then the music of these people. And honestly, it gives Tennessee a sort of theme to it. It gives it sort of a soundtrack, as you will. And it's really evident, especially more so in this area of Tennessee. I've lived near Tennessee my whole life. I've visited so many times, and when I come out here to like the Nashville metropolitan area, there's just so much cool things to see. It's so weird being like this massive city, but then you drive any which way out, and it's just rural kindness and just small town energy, and I don't know, I just love it. But with that being said, that's going to do it here, guys. I hope you guys liked it, please subscribe, because there will be more. So like, subscribe, share. Moon Man, he's out.